Hey everyone, I was going back through comments to see what one-off topics you guys want me to cover, and surprise, surprise, the biggest request is to explain the offsides rule. For American viewers, offsides can be a little tricky to wrap your head around at first because in the predominant sports here, American football and hockey, offsides is done with physical lines that are on the pitch or field of play, whereas in association football and soccer, it's done with the positioning of the opposing player and the offensive player on the pitch. This is a pretty complex rule and there's a lot to go into, so I'll start with a very basic description and then we'll get more specific and dive in from there. Offsides is when an attacking player is behind the last defender and the goal when the ball is played to them. Roughly, the idea of the rule is to not let offensive players get an unfair advantage by doing what American sports fans might call cherry picking. So that's the basic concept of offsides. Let's dive deeper on three things that make it a little more clear. First, I said furthest back defender. It's actually last two opponents. Usually that includes the goalkeeper, who's almost always the closest to the goal line, and then whoever the next defender is that's closest to the goal. So most of the time when assessing offsides, we look at that last defender and where they are with the opponent, rather than also looking at the goalkeeper. It's rare that the goalkeeper isn't the last player back for a team, but it does happen from time to time, including a high-profile incident where Harry Kane scored for Spurs in the Premier League this season against Chelsea, but it was ruled out because of the goalkeeper being ahead of the second defender, causing Kane to be offsides. Second, I said when the ball is played to them, and that can mean a lot of things beyond just the ball being passed to a player or taking a shot with the ball when they're offsides. A better word to use might be interacting with the ball. Say the ball gets passed forward, you're offsides, and you run after the ball along with your opponent and try and get the ball. That's interacting with it, and you get flagged for offsides. Really, it has to go down to, are you affecting the way the game plays out when you started from an offsides position? This also means that if you're offsides, you can't be in the eye line of the goalkeeper when they're trying to make a save on a shot. If you're a hockey fan, think of that as you can't screen the goaltender when a shot comes in if you're offsides. So as an offensive player, you're trying to say this side of the last person defending that goal. Once your team hits the ball towards the goal, you can run after it. You just have to start from this side of the defender. And third, and most crucially in the modern game, since we have instant replay now, or VAR, you have to know what parts of your body do or don't make you offsides. Your head, your torso, and your feet make you offsides. Your arms don't. Video technology is to the point where you can see if somebody is offsides just by a toe being beyond the last defender. Where it gets a little specific now is, where does your arm end and your torso start? In line with the bottom of the armpit. So that's about 75% of what you need to know about offsides. There's a lot more specifics and you may need to watch this video a couple times to really pick up everything.